This episode contains spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, please check out the show first and come back after. And also, if you have any feedback or there's a show you want us to watch, please send us an email to team.animejail@gmail.com or write a comment. And now, like, subscribe, and have fun with this episode.
Sword Art Online Alicization, auf Japanisch Sword Art Online Alicization, is once again a A1 Pictures production, which came out in fall of 2018 and ended at 24 episodes in spring of 2019, of which today me and Leon have watched the first 13 episodes, which is the first half of this season. Hello and welcome to Anime Jail. My name is Jack.
And my name is Leon.
And today we're going to be talking about it. So let's ikimashou!
I think people who don't know Japanese must think you're messing with them if they're listening to the episodes. Because
Because they don't
all
know
the
what
time it's like,
Alkupanish means.
no, but you're saying, yeah, we're going to watch Sword Art Online, and then in Japanese, Sword Art Online, Sword Art Online 2, Sword Art
Yeah.
Online Alicization. But we're not joking, it's actually called that in Japanese.
We
So
are not joking. And it's interesting you brought this up because, dude, okay, so while watching this season, I was kind of thinking is it it might be better to watch this show in English than Japanese, which I feel like is part of a reason why it got popular in America and in the West and stuff. Because I'm watching one of the final fights of this season, skipping ahead, and literally for 5 minutes, everyone is going System Code, Generator.
element.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just hearing them throw for 5 minutes they are just saying this, and I'm like, dude, this has got to be better in English because I am just tired of hearing System Code, System Code.
But it's so funny in Japanese.
It is pretty funny. The comedic effect is there for sure.
Yeah. So yesterday I was close to finishing the season, or the episodes we watched for this episode. I texted Jack and told him that I just watched the episode.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Sword Art Online Alicization, you know what the episode is, or you probably do if you remember what you saw. Um, and I thought okay, if you don't know what the episode is, you'll be like, huh? And then you notice when you'll see it. I
Yeah.
mean, an episode having a trigger warning is pretty intense.
Wait, did the episode have an actual warning for you?
For me, it did, yeah.
Oh, I don't think mine had that.
Ah,
Which, I mean, I did watch the whole thing, so I definitely did see it. And I think you're talking about the scene from episode, I believe it was 9 or 10.
episode 10.
Um,
But don't spoil anything. We'll
I
get
will
into that
not. Definitely
because
won't.
today will be a plot-heavy episode.
Yes.
Whoa.
Plot heavy, not too voice actor heavy, because, yeah, once again, we've talked about it most of these. There is one exception, which I will point out.
Yeah.
But that is largely due with the plot, which we can get into on that front. But Leon, what did you expect? How did you expect to enjoy this after you've already seen it once, right?
Yeah, I've seen it once before or twice. Wait, let me check real quick.
Okay.
Maybe I saw it twice. Dude, my voice. I also need to get something to drink in a sec.
I'm gonna get some hot tea.
I watched it twice.
Twice. Okay, so this is your
This
third.
is the third time I'm watching Alicization.
Dude, I have to ask,
yeah.
since we've been doing this SAO binge, how did you expect to enjoy this? Or what did you expect to get from this on a third watch after going through all this together?
I mean, I'm a bigger SAO fan.
Yeah.
So I hoped to have a good time. Wait, dude, I need to drink something. One sec. My water isn't that far away, but it's nearly empty, but it's at least something.
My glass of water.
Actually, it's a bottle.
I'm actually drinking some water myself right now too.
So, as you know, I'm a bigger SAO fan, and I don't know, since you said you have not seen it, I was like, okay, but like you're missing something here since I was having a lot of fun with it and also rewatching it. And
Yeah,
I feel like Alicization is something you can watch on its own without knowing
dude.
prior story.
100% yes, 100%. Like for the better. Like it's crazy. But yes, keep going.
Yeah, so I was just hoping to have a lot of fun with you talking about SAO, of course, and also seeing Saber. No, wait, Ellis. Ellis.
Dude, I finally get the joke now. I finally get who Alice is and why you're
Yeah.
comparing it to Saber. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Dude,
That
this
dude,
this
the
goes
more I see
way
that, the
back.
more I'm like, dude, this she is totally like whoever designed this character was totally going after Saber.
Yeah.
That's yeah, that's just so funny. But yes, this goes way back because you were showing me that one like joke opening where it was like he was like saying everything that was happening in Automas.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's gone back all the way back there from when we kind of had the idea of like watching Alice's Age and just like Sword Art Online in general.
And also,
But
I
yeah,
think we also
this.
mentioned that during the Fate episode. I think we
Oh,
talked
did we?
about during the Fate episode, and I think I also linked the joke opening there as well. So if
Probably
I
because
think
we were
about
probably
it,
talking about Oath Sun,
yeah,
and we
probably.
probably started talking about Automas. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I think about it, I'll put the link to the joke opening in the description as well. Because we're finally here. And
We
I think
have
we'll cover the
finally
joke
get
opening
here.
later in like the music part kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good idea.
So, would you do me the honors? Give me the honors? What's
Yeah.
right? What's wrong? I'm stupid.
Do me
Uh,
the honor. Yeah, I think.
would
Yeah.
you do me the honor to start with the opening scene?
Mm. So the opening scene, which is very important to Leon, as we've established. He's very big on opening scenes, which here I think is also very important. Um, and once again, SAO does not disappoint when it comes to just like having you question what is going on. What
Yeah,
like you have no idea where you are. Like we're in some entirely new thing. Like there's like 100 questions have been raised. Um,
yeah,
which, dude, it's really funny since you brought up the opening scene, because I haven't thought about that opening scene since I got to where we got to for this episode. So I was like, I haven't thought back about that scene again, but now it makes so much more sense in context.
right.
Because it does, you just don't have context at the beginning, and I think it works very well here. Like, yes, it kind of throws you in the deep end, but honestly, that's kind of better than just oh, let's take 2 hours to explain like why this virtual world is like this, and it's like that's not my ideal way. Like I would rather you just throw me in.
Yeah,
Um, but basically, we get the setup of Kirito alongside two new characters who are gonna be very familiar if you've seen the uh, prom like
if you've seen anything of this show,
promotional like poster. Yeah, yeah.
or also if you
Uh,
see our thumbnail, we'll probably have them in there as well.
yes.
I'm guessing. I'm not making the thumbnails, so
I
I'm
will
just
make
guessing.
sure I will make sure Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice make an appearance on the thumbnail.
Okay, good.
Um, but yeah, so we have Kirito, Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice. In fact, it's just Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh at first. They are both they are children, and we don't yet know Yu-Gi-Oh's name, but they're outside by a tree, and he is swinging an axe. Yu-Gi-Oh is.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick.
Okay, then let's make a short break and I'll refill my bottle as well.
We have Yu-Gi-Oh and Kirito, and I believe Yu-Gi-Oh is the one holding an axe, and he's cutting down this, or he's trying to cut down this huge tree. Um, and we hear him like sort of like I think the first lines are like him like counting like the strokes of like hitting the tree. Um, and he says something like, "We've done like all these strokes, but it'll take like uh like like many more years to cut down the tree if we ever want to like finish cutting down this tree or something."
Yeah, he says he
Um,
thinks it'll take more generations.
yeah, like generations of time, and it's like watching this part, like you are completely lost at first because it's like, okay, why are we cutting down a tree? Who is this guy? Why is Kirito like with this guy as a child? Uh, and at first it made me think that Kirito was playing a game when he was like a kid or something.
Yeah. Okay.
But now I know that there's a bit more complications going on here. So basically, this new guy named Yujiro and Kirito are talking here, and we see another one of their friends. It seems like she's a friend, and her name is Alice. And she comes up to both of them and starts talking, and is like, "Oh, what's going on?" And uh, it, I, I have to say, immediately, I did like the dynamic of these three. Um, and that's one thing that I will praise. What Alicization did, like immediately, is it immediately gives you a new focal point that is actually a compelling character for once. Um,
Mm.
because like as we will see as the story goes on, we kind of have like Yu-Gi-Oh's character arc. Um,
Yeah.
And I feel like we've never really gotten that in any of SAO's adventures. Like we've never had like an actually compelling character arc in someone like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I feel like we've tried, but it's never really hit that mark for me. Um, but I'll just say that this definitely feels like the start to an adventure with him. Um,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's something that SAO has always been trying to do, but hasn't fully reached. And so it was really nice to kind of see that.
And think
Um,
about it, Klein is still a side character.
Yes, yes. Like we couldn't even flesh out Klein anymore. We have to just bring in some new guy, and it works. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yuji is such a cool character.
He really is. He really is.
Well, if you don't mind me
Yeah,
continuing,
yeah,
um, in this longer opening scene, also the first episode was like 50 minutes, so it's a
yeah. It was a
longer
two.
episode.
It was like a two-parter. Yeah.
And basically, the first half was the opening scene.
Mhm.
Because
Yep.
the three of them were wondering how to like get the lunch to like stay fresh longer, and they wanted to get ice cubes from a dragon's hideout, basically.
Yeah.
And then blah, blah, and in there they got lost, like in the cave,
Yep.
and walk through the cave, walk out of the cave on the wrong side, on the side of the
Yeah.
dark
Mhm.
territory.
And here we have the Dark Territory.
Here we have the dark territory, but that's not too important for now.
Yep.
But Alice is a little bit clumsy and falls and touches the other side with her hand, which is
And
strictly forbidden.
it's literally like one like millimeter of her finger, like literally
Yeah,
touches that area.
and that is strictly forbidden by the taboo index.
Taboo index. Yep.
And then suddenly a weird phase spawns,
Yep.
and this is one of the first times you hear the English ID, and also you get the game feeling where it says like tracing
Yes.
ID, crime registered, whatever.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah, and then this is it with the opening scene.
Yeah. So we kind of have this like establishing which it's a really nice scene because it really just kind of like it's I mean, how long would you say it is that scene? Like is it like 15 minutes? Like 20
Yeah,
minutes?
15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah. Um it's a really nice just like well-paced like drawn out scene where you kind of see their like how like Kirito's personality goes with these two other characters, and it kind of like shows off a bit of the world, and it's definitely building intrigue, um, and I was actually really happy with it. One thing I was also happy with that we can get into later is you notice an immediate animation improvement,
Yeah.
and kind of like an art style change. Um,
I
which
think, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think this is something we also mentioned in the previous episode about like ordinal scale,
Yep.
the slight art style change, and now we get to see the next dude next step of the art style change, and it's pretty cool, I have to say.
It really is. It looks really nice, and like honestly, like improvement to like animation is saying something because like we said in the past episodes, like the original SAO had really good animation in some moments. Like sure, it was a bit like older, like because I mean it was old. I mean,
Yeah.
SAO came out now like in like 2012, right? First
Hmm.
season.
I
Yeah,
think
like
so.
I mean, by now that's over. Like that's like almost 15 years old. So it's like you can notice a bit of age in it, but man, with the modern stuff, we're in like 2018 and 19, bro. It is like prime. Um, and it that really just adds to what SAO does really well, in my opinion, because I think SAO is at its best when it looks the most compelling, like like visually, because it has a lot of good ideas, but it needs to show those in a very like dramatic way, which I feel like this animation can finally do. um and yeah, so I guess if you don't mind me continuing on with what happens, roughly, um
Go
basically,
ahead.
we have Alice basically committing some kind of atrocity that they don't even realize is happening against something called the Taboo Index. And we then have I'm pretty sure in that moment no one comes after them, right? Like they just go back to the village,
Yeah.
and so they go back to their village, but they're kind of like they're kind of on their toes, like okay, like what's gonna happen now? Because they saw that guy kind of like report them, or like whatever. Um, and unfortunately, we see, I believe it is it's one of the knights. I don't remember what they're called. They're called something, right?
Integrity Knights, I
The
think.
Integrity Knights. That's right. Um, and so we see one of these knights, and he's like on a dragon. And once again, this is like just like raising like a million questions, like what is going on right now. Um, and this knight basically tells them um, that they need to take Alice away because she is like committed a sin or whatever. And they literally like bind her in like chains and like leather, and like tie her to the dragon. And they start like taking her away or something. And Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh as children are of course trying to stop this. Um, and I think this is a really good scene because it kind of shows where Yu-Gi-Oh starts off in opposition to Kirito's personality. Because in a sense, like Kirito is already a developed character, right? Like we kind of know who he is. Um, and here he's no different. I mean, he's the guy who's trying to save the day. He has like the sort of drive to kind of make things happen. But Yu-Gi-Oh is already kind of this more shy, sort of like timid person. Um, where Kirito is telling him like, "Hey, like we need to save her," and he's kind of like conflicted. Um, and we will begin to see Yu-Gi-Oh change as time goes on, which is nice. We get some real character development.
Yeah.
Um, and also, I think in this scene, Yu-Gi-Oh's eye turns red. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. Turns
Okay,
wrong, and
okay.
it says like system alert.
Yeah, and we won't know the significance of this until later, and I don't even know if I know the significance of this yet. Um,
I
but
think you do,
I
honestly.
well, I do, but I might not understand
It's
why,
well,
like
it's
what is
some of
happening.
the huge dynamics that happened in the episode,
Okay, well,
and
I'll
it
get you to
happened
help me.
like there happened so much.
Yes. Oh my God, dude, we need to kind of pick a pace here. I will. So basically, that was the first what like one or two episodes, or was that the first
The
like
first
long?
half, the first half,
Okay. Oh,
because the
okay.
other half we get back to the real world. I'll kind of speed up, okay?
Yeah, yeah. Please, please.
Uh, so getting back to the real world, and Kirito wakes up and is like, "Oh, I don't remember stuff because there was this new machine that was developed called
It's a new full dive technology.
yeah, the so-called soul translator, and it
Estieru.
Estieru, and it basically uses your so-called Fluchtlight, which basically represents the soul, uh, and lets your soul deep dive so you don't remember stuff from the virtual world or the real world. Like, depends on which side you're currently at. Mm, yeah, and then we kind of get to see the dynamic of Death Gun again because apparently
Yeah.
the last guy from Death Gun is still on the run and tracks down Kirito and well poisons him. That's kind of the thing.
Yep.
And I actually didn't remember this that he got poisoned and that's the reason why he's stuck in a new medicuboid, so the soul translator. And that's why I said, like, when we did the movie episode 2 weeks ago, like the ordinal scale one, that I thought, okay, maybe this movie will end with a cliffhanger. So basically,
Mm,
as you remember, people lost their memories. And I
yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
okay, Kirito gets their memories back, but loses his own memories. And that's why he's stuck in the soul translator.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's what I thought about. But, like, I was wrong since the movie didn't have a cliffhanger.
And he technically hasn't lost his memories.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of in trouble because he got poisoned. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and well, that's the end of the long episode 1.
Yes, and that's the kind of the hook for the rest of it. And I just want to say right now that one thing I really liked is the dynamic between showing the real world and showing the adventure in um I guess
The
what would you
Underworld.
call it? Yeah, okay, so that's what it's called. Like yeah, yeah. Um yeah, so basically showing the like the pacing between spending time in the underworld versus the real world felt very natural in this season. Um, Whereas I feel like in past seasons it was like kind of awkward, like how they would switch between being in the game and being in like real life. Like it was kind of like it just felt a little like jumbled up, which I think was probably due to like the just kind of poor direction. Which we actually did get a new director here, which is nice, and I think you feel that. Um, but like yeah, like in prior seasons it would be like, oh okay, we're having breakfast with Suguha, and then he's in the game again, and it's like that just felt like an awkward cut.
But here it perfectly matches the dynamic.
It really does, yeah.
And also, Asuna's hunt after Kirito is so good.
Yeah, true. That is a good subplot, yeah.
Because basically, what happens is that Kirito is transferred to a hospital after being poisoned, and then Kikoka-san is showing up and like says, "Okay, we'll take him to a hospital that's like equipped with the right tools,
Gear,
basically."
yeah.
And well, Kirito never arrives at this hospital,
Yeah.
and that's where Asuna gets a little bit nosy and
Yep. As Asuna
meets
does.
meets up with I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
With
The
the female assistant of Kayawa Akihiko.
the woman who slept with Kayaka Akihito.
Yeah, and together they get to the sea turtle, which is a
Yes, the ocean turtle.
oh ocean turtle.
Well, at least
One of
that's what it was called
then probably ocean
in
turtle.
my thing.
And yeah, which is basically a huge government platform
In the water, yeah.
in the water.
Yeah,
And
and
well,
this is
that's
yeah,
where the
yeah,
underworld.
sorry.
That's where the underworld is developed, and also where Kirito is being kept inside the Soul Translator.
Yes. Um And if I may try to explain a little bit of lore of what Kikuoka is doing, I might need your help here.
Yeah,
But basically, what they are trying to do is like, so basically, they are using the STL to copy the souls of like newborn babies and like get their like fluctlights, and basically they're putting them in this virtual world. And what they did basically is they started with a population of souls and they put them in the game. Um, and then they had like four like real people basically go into the world that they made, which Kirito and them are currently in. And these four people kind of raised a first generation
Yeah.
of these like copied souls in the world, and basically like taught them like what like morality is in a sense. Um, Spoiler alert: one of them was kind of evil, but we'll get to that later.
So basically, what he's trying to do is like to use these copied floodlights as artificial intelligences, I guess, and put them into robots basically as war machines. That's kind of the deal with Kikoka.
Yes.
Um, and guessing from the end of ordinal scale, he's also cooperating with the other guy who created the Ogma. And I don't remember what happened with his storyline. I only remember the underworld part.
Does he like come back later or something?
I
Like,
don't
do you
know.
know?
I don't remember him, but
Oh, okay.
apparently, like from the post-credit scene from Ordinal Scale, he has something to do with it. I guess let's get into the underworld.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Which, oh my God, there's so much, but I guess we can
There's
kind of
so
just go
much.
through it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll need so much time for the episode, I guess.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll try to cut it short.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Kirito and Yujiro meet again. Kirito only remembers stuff from the overworld.
Yeah.
uh, so he doesn't remember Yujiro, and Yujiro also doesn't remember Kirito. And together they cut down the tree with a uh, blue rose sword, if I remember correctly. Aobara.
Yes. All
Yeah, I
about it.
think blue rose sword is correct. Um, yeah, therefore Yujiro gets a new calling and decides to become a swordsman. Woo! Because Kirito is
Yes,
cool and
Kenshi.
has a huge impact.
Yes.
Also, imagine creating this world, having it live on its own for 300 years, like in-game years,
Yeah.
just to put Kirito in there and Kirito destroying everything you did because he's like,
Yeah.
I'm making my own rules.
He's literally like cutting down the tree, which these people like created like a lore over for like generations. Which I'm like, of course, like Kirito would do that, but
Yeah. And so they get to be swordsmen, also get to a academy kind of thing,
oh my God, yeah.
where we also get to meet their senpais and have some cool story and actually a really cool fight against this one senpai, Voto senpai, I
Yes,
think.
yes, that guy. Uh-huh.
Um, dude, the seeing Kirito fight always has something really uh cool.
Yeah.
Just
It's
seeing him smash the enemy, but like not. No, wait, I'll rephrase. I'll rephrase.
Ayo, ayo, what?
uh, Ki- Kirito destroying the enemy with
Yes,
some
there we go.
Aincrad style.
Yes, and of course he has the Aincrad style back, because that's what he calls his like sword style. Because I think someone asked him like what's your like fighting style or something, and he's like, oh yes, Aincrad style. And I was like, dude,
Yeah,
that's so Kirito. Of course he would do that.
and that's also where we get to meet Rayos and Umberu.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. I'm
And
now
these
thinking
two,
back,
dude, these two.
dude.
So basically, they're how do you call these in English?
Um, well,
Uh,
like senpai, or like, are you trying to say that, or
no, like high class people.
like nobles? Yeah.
You say nobles in English?
I think so, yeah.
Ah, okay. In German we also use Noble. So
Oh, really?
yeah, but I thought in English it would be different.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, you can say noble, yeah.
so these two are nobles, and well, they're pretty arrogant.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
That's putting it lightly. So I guess let's get to it, to
Yeah, let's
the
get
episode, because after Kirito's and Yujio's senpais graduated, they became the new senpais and also got their own trainees.
yeah, so they got their new kohai.
Yeah, and they're all adorable women, girls. I don't know how old they
Yeah.
are.
Yes, yes.
And basically, this part is also the reason why I wanted to take as long as possible to finish this,
Yeah.
because I this is the episode that I remembered most of because it's really intense.
It's definitely shocking. Yeah.
Yeah, and I knew if I watch it, I definitely want to talk about it as soon as possible.
Well,
So
now's your
I watched it
chance.
yesterday evening.
Yeah, because Leon texted me. He was like, "I'm glad I waited because I need to talk about this part." And I was like, and I had just gotten to that episode, so I was like, "Oh, now I know what he wants to talk about."
Yeah, and basically, Yu-Gi-Oh kind of provokes Umberu and Rayos. Therefore, Umberu takes his anger out on his trainee,
Yeah,
Furenika, if I remember correctly.
maybe I am losing their names, but I have them. We
Furenika,
have Tize
Tize, yeah.
and
Furenika,
and
yeah.
Furenika. Yes, Furenika and Tize. But Tize is kind
Donnie,
of the more important one because she is like Yu-Gi-Oh's kohai. So
yeah.
she is like kind of like he's like, oh, I like I need to save them. Because as Leon said, basically, uh, long story short, Yu-Gi-Oh does something to piss these guys off, and they basically want to get revenge on Yu-Gi-Oh by assaulting his um his sort of kohai or like underlings who are kind of just these like defenseless girls basically. So
Yeah.
basically like scum of the earth type person. And once again it calls back to like people like King Oberon, was that his name?
King Oberon.
Like it's kind of like that kind of guy where it's like he's just the most disgusting person. Um and also like Shinon's friend who like tries to uh like attack her.
I feel like the author or the mangaka of Sword Art Online has some issues.
I think he might have some issues, I got to be honest. He like when people say Sword Art Online is disgusting, I think it has to be for scenes like this, right?
Yeah. But to be honest, this scene is actually important for later development.
Okay. Like stuff I haven't seen yet?
No, stuff you have seen, but doesn't
Okay,
matter.
okay.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
So basically, Umberu starts abusing Furenika because, like, to put it in his words, he started training more, so he had his Kohai give him a massage, and since
Yeah.
her clothing got wet, he allowed her to strip. His
Yeah,
words, not mine. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and that's kind of the dynamic why Tiza and Donye report to Kirito and Yujio. So they investigate.
Yep.
And during the episode, Tiza and Donye get kind of kidnapped because the nobles were pissed off due to their taboo index. The higher class could command anything they want, basically, to punish.
Yeah. Because that's like the rules or whatever.
Yeah. So they bound her there, they bound them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They bound them. They tied them
Huh.
up.
They tied them up, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Naya. They tied him up and wanted to rape them in front of
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh's eyes because Yu-Gi-Oh couldn't move because he's not as noble, so he can't do anything.
Yeah, and like he literally like it's not like he's shocked, but like he literally can't move, right? Like
Yeah, due to
yeah.
the rules of the world, he can't move,
Yeah, right, yeah.
but he's able to overcome these barriers and, well, therefore loses his eye because his eye explodes where the system alert, oh sorry, where the system alert is shown.
Yeah, and that calls back to when Alice leaves
Yeah.
in the first scene where his eye like turns red like that.
Mm-hmm. And that's where Yu-Gi-Oh cuts off the arm of Umberu. Yeah, and is supposed to get punished by Raios. And that's where our cool main characters start stepping in. Whoa.
Yeah. We have Kirito coming to save the day as always. And yeah, so as Leon said, luckily Yu-Gi-Oh is able to cut that guy's arm off before he does anything too bad. Um, and then Kirito comes in and cuts the other guy, Dios. He cuts both of his arms off.
Yeah,
Um, but after he does that, that guy kind of starts like freaking out and like
starts lagging.
starts like yeah, like lagging and like glitching and stuff, and it's like what is going on? And then he literally like just disappears, like as if he like despawned or something. Um, so there's kind of like something going on there.
That's
And
also showing something really interesting about the world. Because all these characters are like artificial intelligences.
yeah,
So on the one side, he wanted to survive, but also couldn't command something the taboo and index like tabooted.
mm, like commanded or
Not commanded like if you're not allowed to do something. To
oh,
like
forbid. Yeah,
to forbid. Yeah, thank you. Something the taboo index basically forbids, so he starts glitching between these two options, surviving and also playing to the rules.
yeah, that's right. I didn't think of the well. Mostly, I was just confused because there's a lot going on here. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm glad you said that because I feel like I didn't get the full picture of why that was happening. But that makes a lot of sense because everyone there is artificial intelligence, and they're kind of bound by that taboo index, which is
Mhm.
like the morals that were set for them. Um, so yeah, it makes sense because he has to abide by that, but he's also like doing something else and like trying to survive. So yeah, yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
it's my third watch, so
yeah,
uh I'm
it helps
looking
to
at
get that
some more
input.
details.
Yeah, yeah, which I'm thankful for
Yeah,
because there's a
and
lot here.
that's true. And then basically the weird face appears
Yeah,
again and starts to report the crimes and stuff. And that's where we get to see Alice, because Alice is now an integrity knight
yes,
and, well, takes them to to prison basically.
yeah, and says they're gonna be executed, which is like okay. I guess that's what's happening.
And that's basically
Um,
the episode.
yes, that that truly is the episode, and honestly, from a pacing standpoint, I feel like they could have ended the season right there.
Yeah.
Um, the two episodes that follow are a little out of pace because it's like okay, we're fighting these like we're escaping the jail and like learning about the library, fighting like these guys, and then we have like in episode 13, it's like an entire like exposition, like just telling us the entire history of everything, and it's like okay, like it wasn't done too poorly, but I wish it was like it's not too interesting just to hear her like say the entire history, to me at least.
I honestly enjoy that.
Mm,
But for now, let's stay at the episode before we talk about the backstory because there's also a
sure,
lot to tell.
sure, 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 sure.
Because I wanted to say something, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, I wanted to look for a reference. Haha.
Okay.
But I need to. I think it's a Street Fighter reference, but I don't.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure 100% because basically it's a Brawlhalla crossover.
Okay.
And I don't know where it's from because, well, I only play Brawlhalla. Um, so it
Um.
is a crossover from Street Fighter,
Okay.
called Dalsum, I think.
Dalsum. Okay, I think I've heard of that because my cousin really likes Street Fighter, so he's told me about
Okay,
some
then
stuff.
I would like you to look up Dalsum.
Okay.
Dhalsim,
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
this is the Indian guy?
Maybe. I don't know anything about Street Fighter.
I think he is an Indian guy.
So
Yeah.
you see him, and now we'll look for the Brawlhalla crossover.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And this is basically what the report guy looks like.
Yes, he does. He looks like this, but a completely all white head.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he looks just like that. Dude, you are insane for pulling stuff
That's
like this.
that's what I had to think about all the time when I see this.
This is what you've been waiting to say in the
Yeah,
episode, more than
that's what I've
anything.
been waiting to say. Yeah,
Dude, I hate you for that.
bro,
That's
he
so
looks
funny.
like it.
He does. He actually does. What's that guy's name? Or like
I
what's
don't know
like
if
what's
if
like
he
the
has a name. I
reporter's
would
name?
I would guess. I would just look for SAO Alicization
Like I don't
report
even know.
character.
It literally doesn't even come up. That's crazy. I'll just search taboo index.
Taboo index guy. There he is. There
Oh,
he is.
oh,
There he
oh
is.
yeah, yeah, here, here. Yeah, dude, he looks just like that. That's so funny. He looks like he looks like the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that's true. He also looks like the Silver Surfer. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. But I guess let's get back to the story
Yeah. And I
because
wanted to say something quick.
yeah,
Because I think Leon has done a great job of cutting to the chase and kind of like getting to the most important part because this is definitely the most important episode in the season so far. Um, but I have to say, in general and like overall, um, like stuff like this, I think is what SAO is known for a lot of the time. Just like kind of like these crazy like quote unquote disgusting moments where like something happens like that. Um, and I feel like it hasn't always been done the best in the past, but here I have to say there is a lot of stuff that we skipped over, and I think overall the pacing is very good because this scene doesn't just feel like shock value, sort of like oh like let's see this crazy thing happen and then Kirito saves the day. Like it actually does feel like it's built up to that. Like the pacing actually makes sense. Like they actually show these characters like they show how they have they all have goals, they're like real people and they feel real. um and so yeah, like that was definitely like uh, a good change from what we have seen. I feel like, but yeah, please continue on what you were gonna say.
so we're basically close to the end of the season or the part of the season. And Alice gets Yujiro and Kirito to prison as we've mentioned. And also she doesn't remember Yujiro.
Hmm. Or
So
it doesn't
this
seem
is
to. Yeah.
it doesn't seem to, and this is kind of weird. And we get to figure out that people are basically summoned by someone called the administrator to the capital, and their memories are blocked by some
Yeah.
weird crystal implemented in their head. And yeah, basically they escape prison and have to fight an integrity knight with just
Yeah.
chains.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
they're doing a good job, and that's where we also get to know the entire crystal dynamic. and also figure out that the Integrity Knights have their own, I'd call it legendary sword skill. There was a
Yep.
term for it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And we get to the Great Library and also get to meet the Cardinal,
Yes. The
Cardinal,
library.
the
Cardinal.
librarian. And there it gets a bit more complicated
Yes, definitely.
because Cardinal is not an artificial intelligence and also not a player, but she knows everything that happens and also knows about like Wrath and the company that built the Underworld and stuff
Mm-hmm.
because she was basically the cardinal system for the Underworld. Basically what Yui was for Sword Art Online.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I didn't make that connection, but yeah, that totally makes sense.
And then the administrator popped off
Yeah.
and it's she's basically a rich girl that had to spend all her life studying spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all these generator luminous element.
Yeah.
System core.
System code. Yeah, the 20 system calls.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of her deal and she wants more power and since she's so powerful, people treat her as a goddess. And in the end she also got to figure out how to not age anymore.
Yep.
And well, that's how she became the administrator. She gave the name to herself, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Of course we have the admin finally come in at the end. Um and that is leading us to what will be the next part of the story, which is she's basically at the top of the I think it's the central cathedral,
Yeah.
and they basically Kirito and Yujiro need to stop her. Um, and of course we're going back to dude when she started describing, okay, because she was like, okay, you and Yujiro need to go up these floors to go find her, and it's like, oh my god, they're making Aincrad again where they have to go through these floors, and I'm like, oh dude, that's simultaneously the most hilarious thing and the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Um, so so yes, they are basically about to go through the central cathedral because Alice had in the past told Kirito that she's waiting for them at the top of it. Um, so it's literally like they have to go through these 100 floors and yeah, just fight. Probably like the next season is probably just gonna be them fighting through floors and then finally getting to the administrator and saving Alice. Fine, or like unlocking Alice's memories probably.
More or
But
less, I think so, if I remember correctly, yeah. But
and that
dude,
is the first half of season one, or no,
s-
first half of Alicization.
yeah, but seeing fights with this new animation style is so good. Dude, I
Dude, I'm
love
actually kind of
the
excited for that.
fights. Yeah, and then we're done with the story, I guess. Well, we've talked about more or less important characters, so there's not
Yeah,
too much stuff. Well,
there's not too much.
Alice
Yeah.
is new and important,
Yeah.
but I think her voice actress is even more important, especially in the next
Yes,
part of the
I
season.
Kayano, bro.
So, who is Ai Kayano?
I Kayano is, um, I'm sorry, I always ask you to remind me of this, and I feel bad for not remembering her name. It's the other girl from Golden Time, not the main
Linda.
character.
Linda.
Linda. Okay, yes. I'm sorry, Linda. I always forget you. I'm sorry. Um, Ai Kayano plays her notably to our podcast. But I also know her. She is in Girls in Panzer, which I love. She is
Konosuba?
I think Saudi is her name in Girls in Panzer. I don't remember.
Yeah, she's
Yes,
also
but she is
Darkness.
in. She is Darkness from Konosuba. She's in uh uh Mushoku Tensei, which is very popular. Yeah, she's
She's in
Saudi. Yeah,
Demon
that's right.
Slayer.
Demon Slayer. She's Kocho. Is that her name in Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But the bigger question, is she in Honkai Star Rail?
Let's check on this. I
I
feel like
feel
we
like we
haven't
haven't done
asked
that
this
for
in
a
a while.
while. And sadly, she's not. But apparently, she's
She's
4
not.
characters from Azure Lane.
Azur Lane, yeah.
Azure Lane, okay.
Or Azur, I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, I am a Ai Kayano fan for sure. I really love her voice. I wish we could see her more, and I don't really expect to see her much in the next part of Alicization because she's first of all she's a antagonist, and also they're not going to see her until they save her at the end of the tower. So
Yeah.
I hope we'll see her more, but
Yeah. I won't say anything to that.
okay. Also, she is in Uchu Yori Motoi Basho.
Yeah, she's the mother, the dead mother.
Yes. She's also in New Game, which is amazing.
Did you just say Uchu?
Oh, I did, son of a bitch. I knew something was off about that.
Sora
So it's
yori mo toi
Sora,
basho.
but
It
I'm
is
not
read
I'm
as
not
Uchu.
wrong. I'm not
It
wrong
is
for doing that. But
Uchu,
yes,
I know.
Leon, I'm not wrong. Please.
Yeah.
She's in Psyche, which is which she's so good in as well. But I could go on forever with what she's in.
Yeah. But let's go on to music because we have to get done sometime.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
And well, we have another Lisa song as an opening. This is so
Oh
hilarious.
God, this conversation is about to
As
start
you
again.
as you have mentioned, Lisa, they're milking Lisa for
Oh yeah.
openings,
Oh
but
yeah.
apparently they're also milking Ii to Aoi.
Yeah.
But
And I
sadly,
have to say, both
yeah,
of them are being milked well here.
here, yeah, definitely.
Like,
There were
and I'm
some
saying that
worse
about the ending too.
endings
Yeah.
and openings, but like Adamas is such a good song.
Dude, it is. And like, I don't say that about Lisa songs that much, but like, I might like it more than Crossing Field. Like now that I like think about it.
Yeah, I just agree with that because I'm not the biggest fan on Crossing Field.
Shiny sword, my diamond. Yeah, like that's this like I would say this opening just consistently grew on me and got better.
The thing is, by now, I don't remember the Japanese lyrics nor the German. I only remember the joke lyrics.
Oh my God,
That's the
you're
thing. Like when I'm
crazy for
watching
that.
when I'm watching the opening, I'm always thinking about like the German versions, like the
Dude,
visuals.
your brain is just messed up, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but well, we also have an ending to talk about, which is Iris by
True.
Aoi. And I hate her
Yeah.
name. It's so difficult to pronounce.
Wait, sing the chorus for me again.
I don't remember the chorus.
Me neither. I'm trying to think of it right now.
I do remember she's she's singing about Alice as well. But like I'm
What's
not
the song name again?
Iris.
Iris.
Like
I don't
Iris
know why
out
I'm
but
blanking on
without the out.
Yeah. You know, it's Iris out, but just not out. And it's also by Aid Aoi.
Yeah.
Very similar.
This is a pretty solid song, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Not too good, but better than Ignite.
Yes, oh my God. I think this is just not good enough to be in my playlist, but I think I might add Automas to my playlist and see. Well, actually, I might wait to see how the Mandarin and Rayon versions are because I think I might like those more. But
Do that.
we'll watch that later.
Mm,
But as far as OST, I mean, like it's good. It's kind of just the same SAO OST, which like yeah, it's why am I blanking on her name? Yuki Kajuda. I remembered it.
Yuki Kajuda.
Yuki or Kajuda Yuki or whatever. Yeah, it's just kind of her like how she does OST, like it's still good. And yeah, so not much to talk about on OST front. It's still just SAO OST. We've done opening, we've done ending, we've talked about new animation. Leon, there's one more thing I think we have to discuss.
What could that be?
Well, I guess we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Like the one time where we forgot to do the
Oh my
score.
god, yes, we forgot to raid. Yeah, and then we came back. Dude, what was that for?
Started online. One of the
Okay,
SAO, I think it was the Mother Sorzario.
okay, so you must have cut that part out that we said, because
Yeah, I
I
just
think I
cut it
watched that.
together. I just cut it
Okay,
together.
okay, okay. Yeah,
But yeah,
gotta make us look good.
side note, we forgot to like I ended the episode without the score because I was stupid, and Jack just didn't interrupt me. Was like, "Yeah, okay, see you next time." And then we stopped recording. I was like, "Why did we do the score?"
Yeah, we just had to do it again.
Yeah,
Um,
well, but since this is your first time watching Alicization, let me ask you, Jack, on a scale from 0 to 100 in steps of 5, what's your rating for the first, well, 13 episodes of Sword Art Online Alicization?
this is a really interesting question. I'm kind of rolling over on some options right here as far as what I rate it, but I think I have a general idea. Um, I'm gonna start with my rating and then explain it. I think I'm gonna go with a 80
Uh-huh.
for this half of the season, which that's pretty crazy that I am giving an SAO season this high. I mean, I've rated Aincrad at 75, like that arc, um, which after kind of having the perspective of SAO a bit, I think I might take that back to a 70 or 65 as far as like the Aincrad arc.
Uh-huh.
Um, and because I've kind of just seen more and I kind of know how I feel about SAO now. Um, and so I gave Ordinal Scale an 85. Um, I don't think that changes for me because I do think that SAO fits just so well into a movie, and I think like that movie was just so overall enjoyable to watch. Um, and it's not that I necessarily think Alicization is worse. In fact, I think it does some things better because it is a show that is allowed to sort of like develop a lot of ideas, which I think it does that well. Um, but it's just the simple fact that because it's a show and it's a longer form, like there's more chances for things to go wrong. So there were just a couple moments where I was just like kind of not really buying in. Like I'd say the last two episodes of this arc for me were just kind of like, oh, okay, like I don't really want to just sit and watch her say the entire story. Um, but that's a personal thing. Like I don't think it was bad at all. And like I think like the biggest thing I can sort of say is like Yujio and Kirito's dynamic is just so good here. Like it's so nice to see like Kirito not have just some like woman that he's like doing weird stuff to. Like he's actually like with another character who is like not a part of his harem. Well, actually I kind of do ship them, but anyways, that aside. Um I I'm just so happy with how the story developed, and I was overall entertained mostly the whole time. And so yeah, for that I give it a 80 out of 100. Um,
Nice.
and moving on, we'll see how the rest of Alicization affects that score. But for now, I'll ask you, Leon. Um, after a third watch, what do you rate Sword Art Online Alicization from 0 to 100 in steps of 5? Go.
Well, I gave it an 85 because I
Okay.
really like Alicization, and I gave it the same score as Mother's Rosario,
Okay.
but for different reasons. Like Mother's Rosario has such a big score for me because it's really emotional and really uh gets the tears going, you know?
Mm,
But this is just such a wonderful arc to like get to see a new world and character move in a new world, and also to see Kirito explore different aspects, like the system window where you can see like the durability and class you have to use, and also him going through the window to enter his dorm room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, it's exploring, and you know how I love exploring. So this is an 85 for me.
That is that's totally understandable. I actually considered giving it an 85 because I definitely think I overall enjoyed it as much as Ordinal Scale, but I think that like the movie form factor and just the fact that it was just so enjoyable throughout made that slightly better. But yeah, like 85 makes total sense.
Yeah,
And
but I
with that,
but I think it's hilarious that you consider taking the Sword Art Online, like the Aincrad arc, down 5 to 10 points.
yeah.
And I remember in the first recording for Sword Art Online, you were going like, "What? You think the Aincrad arc is one of the weaker ones?" I was like, "Yeah, I know what's coming. I know what's
Oh
coming."
my god. Yeah, but well, I won't get into that here, but yeah, I like because I just think of it like based on enjoyment, and I'm like, yeah, like I definitely see what you're talking about when you say like you know it's coming, because like watching Alicization, I'm just seeing such a different jump in quality,
Yeah.
um, and so like I have to look back at Aincrad and just be like, yeah, I think that was just kind of like with rose-colored glasses. I think I would give it a 70. Um,
It's still a
like I
good
would just go down
score.
5 points. Yeah, like still a good score mostly, but just going down a little bit because I would say if SAO ended at the end of Minecraft, I would be like, oh yeah, like that's a pretty like solid little story there. And of course that didn't happen. um, and I'm glad we've gotten to like stuff like ordinal scale and Alicization now. Um, but yeah, just like out of enjoyment, like Alicization is just a league above what Aincrad like what even Aincrad did. So, but yeah, it's funny to see that now.
Yeah. But I guess this is it for this episode. Uh, well, I hope you had fun. Leave a like, a comment, maybe consider subscribing, and then we'll hear us in a fortnight for part two of Alicization. Bye bye.
それじゃまたね